She's smiling too. She'll eventually smile.
Somebody breathing heavy.
This guy.
Oh,
That's
or the AC.
Is it the AC?
I hear something.
You schizophrenic too?
No, bro.
In the past year, we met like 5 people that we know.
I'm just regular slow.
You regular slow?
So for future reference, like, have those things so I don't have to hold it.
What things?
The mic stand?
Yeah. I'm fucking tired.
We have a little one. You want the little
I just
one?
playing.
We didn't even start yet. You're already tired.
I think we have it right there. You want it? Look, you see it? But it's gonna be in your face.
Yeah, you're right.
But we didn't even start yet. You already tired for real? I'm concerned about you.
I'm concerned about you.
You might be slow and anemic.
How I get anemic?
Because you tired and weak and I don't know.
Nigga, I just ate all that food.
Good
Sorry,
thing.
I ain't
We
mean to call
take-
you nigga. Could we be aggressive like that?
Yeah, we can be aggressive. not too aggressive though, because then we gotta
Not
cut
physical aggressive.
Sorry.
it. No, not blue check aggressive. That just
Okay.
then like we could say what you want.
You're not like certified crazy, right?
He still think it's not, bro. It's
She
not
said
wrong with
slow,
me.
slow. She just said she functions slow. She's
Like
chilling.
I have an IEP and shit.
Okay.
What's that?
I don't even know what that is, but go ahead.
Like you was a special ed in school because you had like behavior problems and shit.
Okay.
But you're not like crazy enough to get a check.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There's a difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any benefits to that?
Of having an IEP?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You get to take your test in a different classroom and stuff.
Right.
Oh, so you automatically graduate. You don't really have to. You don't have to pass your classes, right?
You just gotta go.
You just show up.
What kind of podcast is it? Is it about my life?
He's just fucking with you. He's just fucking with you.
I know. I could take a joke.
He's just fucking with you.
Nah, but like I had behavior problems in school. Like I used to hit the teachers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's sporadic. Yeah.
And you mad fucking close to be talking that shit, eh? She
Right.
might fuck around and jab
Now I
you.
got better because I
Oh.
can get arrested now. You know what I'm saying? I can go to jail. So I calm the fuck down.
The IEP is not a get out of jail free card.
Get out of jail, bro. No, it's for kids. Individualized
Expires.
education, some shit like that. I tried
Right.
to use it in grad school and undergrad. That shit ain't work.
No.
I was
I don't
like,
got
nah.
those.
Not for adults, yeah.
She got to get a college degree on it. It didn't work. You
Nah, I
it now?
got
Are
a
you-
college degree. I just try to use
it to get,
yeah, to get help. You very interested in this shit.
Very interested.
We'll talk.
Because he's
Well,
fucking
after high
around
school, you
borderline.
don't
That's
get
what it is.
After high school, you don't get it.
You get it, but they don't really. You an adult, so they don't really. You can't
All
justify.
right, while we talk about guitar shit
I don't know,
type
'cause
shit.
he was into this shit. He digging
Don't
it.
listen to this
Like
guy.
nigga want to fuck a handy. You know what I'm saying? Sorry about that.
No,
my
no,
bad.
no, no. It's good.
All right, let's stop apologizing.
But-
Nigga over there look like he had an IEP. Yeah, sorry, bro.
She's just getting started.
Listen, she said, don't fuck with me. I'll fuck with everybody in the room. Cherryann, I definitely worked with before. Of course, I work with Greyloww now. We did the rehab together. He don't
Bro,
do
I don't
comedy.
remember that.
The
shit.
rehab.
Yeah.
What is that?
I got a rehab every month in Harlem, and I got one in Brooklyn
Nice.
that we perform for the drug, people that are on drugs.
Rehab, yeah.
It's challenging because they're sober, and they want to be high, and they want to be
That's
high as
nice.
could be. So they're like,
I liked it because, like, remember, these niggas is not getting no pussy, right?
Wow.
right.
Let's
So-
get to it.
Let's right to it. They ain't getting no pussy.
So my says,
Talk
like,
to me.
Right.
Tell me everything about it, because
yeah,
I gotta go.
I throw my tit in your mouth with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like these niggas
Oh,
is
yeah,
like,
Cherryann.
word. Sorry.
Yeah, word.
You could get it. You
They don't know about
Is it-
Cherryann. They don't know how raw she is. That's
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Cherryann is raw. It's probably was one
She
of the rawest
seems
I've
raw.
seen.
Nah,
I've never
I ain't
seen
raw.
You raw.
I don't even
Yeah.
eat raw meat.
Hold on. Let me do this. Now that we got that, let me do this intro real quick.
Okay, do the intro so we can
Brooklyn
start.
Basement Podcast. Welcome back. We're here with another episode. My partner in crime, Willie Sweets.
Here we go.
We here.
Greyloww in the building.
We
Cherryann in the
got
building.
two guests with
Trinidad.
Trinidad. Oh, full name. She answers the phone like that.
Yeah.
She answers the fucking phone, full name. Hi, this is Cherryann Trinidad. Like, what the fuck? What office did I call? So
So we got two comedians here today with us hanging out.
definitely.
And so, one of them needs special attention.
This nigga. we about to get
We're gonna
her,
get
her
to
real
it. No,
side.
we gotta-
She not
Yeah.
quiet. Yeah.
You know what they say, the
Alone.
quiet ones
Right.
are the dangerous ones. She might be serial killer.
Déjame aquí.
Yeah.
Is that how-
Déjame aquí,
going out
déjame
there.
aquí. Yo estoy
It's not-
tranquilita.
So Cherryann Trinidad, how long you been doing your thing?
I've been on this journey for 8 years.
Okay.
Long years.
Nice.
So
Nice. What's your favorite spot to work at?
Just did the Apollo.
Okay.
So it's good.
That's what's up.
I perform wherever, so I don't have a particular spot.
Dope.
I like producing my own shows and stuff like that, so I'm getting back into that.
Did you ever make it to the chocolate sundae thing?
Nah, bro. Like, man, it's a fucking earthquake.
Oh, right, because it was so those who don't know, Chocolate Sunday is in L.A. And it's a Sunday night, like almost like Boston Comedy Club. Exact same thing. Sunday night in L.A. is dope.
Right.
Hard to get on. It's not easy to get on. I mean, they let you rock, but then you got to prove yourself to come back.
Right.
And Greyloww, how long you been doing your thing?
3 years. Yeah.
But Greylow's different though. Greylow's because she does her thing on IG, which is mad funny by the way, mad funny, and she 3 years now comedy, and she's coming up.
Oh, so you were doing like sketch comedy first?
Yeah,
and then
skits
Right.
and a lot of reaction videos.
how's that been going from that kind of comedy into the stage?
It's really challenging,
Yeah.
like super challenging. Because it's different putting a camera and doing a video, a skit, and then just loading it up to like the social media and having people laugh, than to be up in stage in front of a huge crowd and then trying to make people laugh in actual life. It's like really challenging. You know what I'm saying?
Because if you're not getting that reaction, right
Yeah,
away,
like
oh,
it's
shit.
scary. It was scary.
Well, you know
but-
what's gonna happen when with the IG, she's gonna start getting hired a lot more, right? To do spots
Yep.
that
Oh, and if
we
she's
could
not
only-
prepared for
Yeah,
it.
to cross your fingers, you got to rock out and stretch it.
Nah,
Yes,
but
of course.
it's like a muscle. Once she continue to use it,
Right.
she'll rock out. Because in
Right.
my beginning, I was trash,
Right.
bro. Like, fuck out of here, trash. You
Yeah.
know?
That's
And then I just kept at it and stuff. And now I'm Cherryann Trinidad, you know?
But-
Nobody,
She said that shit like a boxer, right? Now Cherryann Trinidad, you know, I'm undefeated.
it'll not pro Trinidad, but yeah, you got this. Yeah.
Thank you,
got
thank
no
you.
problem.
No, definitely.
How do you not give up after, like you said, you get on stage, you're like, yo, I'm trash. So you be like, you know what, I'm just not going to do this.
Because it's part of the journey. Like, you gotta, like, I performed at Celtic con Fuego, right? Shout out to the Bronx.
BX.
And they booed me on stage.
Okay.
It hurt.
Oof.
You know, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That Salsa con Fuego is a big one, though.
Hey,
That's a big one.
I ain't never been booed in my whole journey, so it hurt.
Right.
When was this?
Like last summer,
Okay.
and it hurt. Still, I talk about HIV, and she talking about she want AIDS. Boo, get out of here, whatever. I was like, damn. So it turns out like the Bronx, they like have a lot of AIDS and stuff. So I was offended.
Now she trying to blame it
Get
on the
outta
Bronx.
here.
Nah, they got bad AIDS. That's why they laugh.
Do you feel like you got to go right back on stage to redeem yourself in a situation
All
like
the
that?
time.
All the time.
All the time.
Like,
You
yo,
bomb,
nah.
you run into perform in the bodega if you bomb.
Right.
So
You're like, give me one more chance, guys. I promise you I'm good.
Yeah.
I got this. I
And
swear.
then like sometimes you may do a set at one place and it may not work, but then when you go somewhere else, it's like, okay.
It worked.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
I be blaming it on the crowd. Like, y'all came here to laugh or judge me. You know?
The IEP comes out of you, right?
This,
You wanna-
this homie, this man, right? Listen, bro. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology,
No,
right?
but-
And I don't have master.
I'm concerned
I was about
about-
to say, nigga, I got a master. I'm like, nah.
You got the lie right up
concerned
there.
about-
I got a master's degree. We gonna check on Cherryann Trinidad.
Because since he learned about like other past people that has like schizophrenia, so now he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a
I feel like I'm a
fucking mental
doctor.
health- Right.
Yeah.
You served the Dr.
we
Phil.
gotta bring out the couch.
Yes. Right.
No, but we want to make sure that you keep containing your energy.
I'm not gonna
The
hit
ang-
you. Like, I don't have like impulse.
I'm concerned about
I'm
the
not on
crowd.
medication. Oh,
On
you
the
mean
cra-
like?
yeah, like if you're performing and then we don't want you to get into a fight with one of the.
I don't have issues like that. Like,
Look at me when you're talking,
Bro, I was a child, right? And
Uh-huh.
I had like issues because my mom was always working, so I needed attention. I'm from Brownsville, right? Look at me.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
it gets deep.
That's
see?
bad to the bone,
Yeah.
Brownsville.
You already have anger
Originally from Brownsville.
issues.
Then my mother moved us to Coney Island because she got accepted into the projects.
Okay.
Worst decision of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you hear with the projects, it's like piss and
Right.
and drug dealers.
Mhm.
That shit is all true, you know? Of
course.
the whole stereotype. And I just didn't want to be part of that. Like, I didn't want my friends to come. They like, oh, we in Coney Island. Can I come use the bathroom? Nah, can't come to my house.
Piss on the beach. Piss on the beach. It's terrible.
So I don't know how we got into, because he really want to know about my life, okay? Right?
Well, that's
He's
what the podcast is
invested.
for.
Oh,
you
sorry,
know,
my bad.
it's so you can inform the people, about your background and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What do you want to do, Cherryann? What is your ultimate goal in doing comedy?
TV shows, everything that God want for me, I want for myself. If that makes sense.
That's a great
Amen.
answer. That's a great answer.
And I'm careful with how I tell people my goals because it's only your vision. Nobody never gonna understand that.
Right.
So when you get discouraged and when you don't understand why people not supporting you, it's not their vision, it's yours. So
Right.
you just gotta trust the journey.
Right.
And I've been through a lot in my 8 years. I got beat up, People steal my jokes. And I lost my mom in the process of this whole thing. So I just been on this journey, just kept pushing.
Right.
Then there's times when I'm not getting booked for stuff, and I'm like, what's going on? But I gotta learn not to take it personal. It's not easy, man.
That's good. That's something that I'm learning too.
Yeah.
It's good to hear from somebody else too.
And then you have a support system, you know what I'm saying? I got people that support me, but it's like when they see when I did the Apollo, now everybody wanna come
Right.
and come to the show. But what about my other stuff that so it's all that it's a mental thing. You always
Of
gotta
course.
be positive. You know Willie
Yeah,
Sweets.
yeah,
you know,
for
you
sure.
know.
Yeah,
You
for
know how
sure.
it is. I'm not trying to take over the interview and shit.
No, no.
Nah, keep going.
So I was going to follow up.
It's
Greyloww,
good,
do
yes.
you think that's been a similar experience? Like your family and friends are coming out to your shows now?
Yes. Yeah.
They coming out?
No.
Well, Greyloww got her own fans. Let me just say that.
All right, but
She got her own fans.
I love you.
Let her tell. Let her
Let her
tell.
tell her. Let her tell her. So,
Let her tell.
Cuidadito, papi, yo soy pata.
Ella no sabe la de
Él está
eso,
como que enamorado de mí. Ahorita cogiste la mano, me la pusiste por aquí.
No,
¿Qué te pasa a
no.
ti, papi?
yeah, what
we're
she
trying to
saying?
reach,
Right,
We'll
all
talk
the
later after this.
demographics.
I appreciate that.
So you're not getting the support?
Not the support. I thought that I would get the support from family.
Mm.
And like she said, once you get like a big gig or something huge, they want to be posting you. They want to be cheering you on. And then these little gigs, you be like, hey, come, I got a 10-minute set or something. They never show up. They never do nothing.
They making no excuses. Like, I got a knitting class.
Yes,
tomorrow.
yes. But I always, I grew up thinking family was supposed to be always there. You know what I'm saying? And it's now when I'm starting to realize that it's not like that. It's you and yourself and the people that really, who's really there for you. Like my fiance, she's there for me 100%. Through the hearts, she's tough with me. She tells me what it is and how it is. And I appreciate her a lot for that because I needed somebody strong like her, like that, next to me. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't gotten it from anybody else that were around me for many years. And she just came into my life, and she pushes me. Like I'm telling you, she pushes me. I thought she was my enemy at one point because she tells me how it is. And I started to learn to listen to her and know that she's in my team. She's with me, So because of that, I have achieved a lot of things in my career now. I've been more positive, more, open-minded, and not letting anybody fuck with my shit,
How you get one of those fiancés?
You got a cheat code somewhere.
How do you get one
I
of
found
those?
her on TikTok.
TikTok.
I'm so serious. I did.
How did you tell her on TikTok?
I found her on TikTok. She didn't know who the hell I was.
Oh, she
Really?
found you.
I know.
then.
I
She
found
found-
her.
Oh, you stalking
Yes,
then.
yeah. No, I wasn't stalking.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
came
yeah,
on my
yeah.
phone. She came
She
on
was stalking.
my.
We're getting the cosign
She
in the
came
back.
on my Oh snap! She came off my For You page, and I was like, "Wow, who's this Indian Hindu little girl?" Like, yeah, but not that she was Indian.
Right.
I'm like a different race. I need to try something else because I was tired of the Puerto Ricans.
Right.
And then when I met her, she hit me with the Puerto Rican. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep her because she looks different either way.
So
She's beautiful.
You guys just met recently. You're already engaged. That
No,
was-
2 years.
2 years.
Oh,
2
okay.
years. 2
Pay
years.
attention, Papa.
Yeah.
2 years.
So 2 out of 3 years she's been in a career.
Yeah.
2 out of the 3, so she's been pushing.
She's
us.
a muse.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
even know what that means.
Like her inspiration.
Her inspiration, her muse, her she looks to her for inspiration.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, she looks to her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was especially.
he said that.
A little bit. But it's all good, though. It's all good, though.
So yeah, she's been
fucks
two,
with it.
two out of the 3 years. Well, you talk about her in your set too, of course.
Yes. I mean, I'm always around her.
Is that a good thing though? Does that create beef
Of
when you get home?
course, yes. Because when I first started doing comedy, I thought that talking about my sexuality and me being gay will be a thing, but I didn't find it to like till this day I can't find to speak about it. So I said, why not talk about my real life, like what I really witnessed in like real life, and which is her and our kids. You know what I'm saying? And it has been very successful through my stage time, you know, from when I started to now at this point. So I'm just going to stick to that because I want people to know my real life story, and people can relate to it because fiancés, wife, kids, family, people relate to that. And I feel like it's been great to me. So why not keep going?
And I think that's good in comedy because there's a lot of lesbians and stuff. I could say that. Yeah.
There is a lot of lesbians now, and they all talk about the same
Right.
thing.
I be like, right, we get it. You got a
the
dick for this
strap,
person. We
the
get it.
this,
Right.
the that.
So it's a fresh air to hear, you guys, that you talk about, you have a different point of view and stuff like that.
Right.
Right, Willie?
Of course. And the beautiful thing about that, what you were saying was feeding off that is that talking about you, right? Now, comedy is an art, right? And good art is natural. Comes from the heart. It's original. It's from someone saying that you starting from there, only 3 years in and starting to talk about that now, you're only going to get more comfortable with that shit as it goes. Right. When you let go, when you start talking about the toys or whatever the fuck y'all do, you know what I mean? That's going to get crazy.
Eventually, I feel like it's going to get to that point where I'm going to be comfortable enough to speak about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you guys got kids. How did...
Fuck.
Wow.
Is it your kids or hers?
They're her kids. They're her
Was
kids.
there, like,
They're her kids.
Because I know there's things, there's arrangements now. I don't know.
Okay.
Wow. They're her kids.
How much they cost? 39 cents a day or 50 cents?
Well, they import it from another country. Like, how does that work? Amazon,
No.
Alibaba? No, is this...
I really don't know. I came into the picture. I found her on TikTok.
Was that tough getting with somebody that already had kids? And...
I always told myself I wasn't gonna get with somebody with kids. You know, I thought they were her little sister and brother when I first met. Like when I first seen the video, I was like, "Oh, her little brother is cute. Looks just like her. Oh, her little sister." You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, "Those are my kids," and I was like, "Oh wow," you know. But they're amazing kids. So they're my kids. And they're her. I met her with her kids, but right now they're my kids. Like I love them like my own. So they're funny. They two different little people. They're amazing. Two different little people. Like different attitudes, different. They just different. They're adorable, charming, and they're helping me grow.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
You see what the Brad did, right?
The who?
The brat? No.
So her fiance already had children, right?
Yeah.
So she wanted to experience that too. So she had a son. So will you go that way?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I want a kid. I want to get pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
That was a little deep, Cherryann.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's all good though.
No, yes, I
I
will.
see that how she lit up when she talked about her kids. I was like,
Right. She was crying in the back. Look, she's tearing a little bit. she's in the
she
color.
like, yes.
It's funny because another comedian, which his name is Mark Vieira, and he actually
Shout out to
asked
Mark.
me. Yes, of course. He's actually one of my idols.
Right.
When I had a conversation with him, he told me to talk to him about what makes me happy. And when I spoke about the kids and my fiance, he goes,
You glow
"That's
up,
what
yeah.
it is right there.
Yeah.
Your smile says it all." You know,
that's
like
true. I want that fucking kind of love, you know?
First, you
Don't
gotta find a
TikTok.
man.
Right.
Cara madre.
One step at a time,
Who said I
Cherryann.
don't have a man? You know, he passed away, but you know. It's all right.
Oh man.
That's terrible. You go to the dark side of stuff, eh? He died in that thing, but he still exists in my heart.
Beautiful.
Cherryann's gotta look for a man on TikTok.
I'm old. I'm traditional.
Well, how
She's traditional. She's gonna go to
Oh, you
Facebook.
believe
Like,
in arrangement?
I want to find a man in a church and stuff. Like driving home.
Why y'all laughing so hard about church and by
in
the
the
way?
club, you know. One night stand, you know, arranged marriage, you know,
Yeah.
type of stuff. And at this point, I'm looking at the migrants like they could be potential, but they just do shit that it just humbles you, like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And they won't say no.
She gonna go to Times Square like, Poppy, get up off the floor. Come on, Poppy.
And they won't say no. They'll go.
Cause they look like they could be. All right, I could train him, but then they eating off the. They just doing migrant shit.
Right.
About to
It's the
get
migrant
kicked.
shit
Right.
that gets you. Okay.
Oh, she
Yes.
get material out of this shit. But
No,
yeah.
it's not.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I'll be really honestly thinking like, damn, they could benefit from a home,
No, definitely.
And I have my mom's apartment, right? So
And the projects.
yes, okay, bro. No,
Yeah, he said that with his chest in the projects.
right.
What were you in Surf Project? What you at? Surf Project? I used to live on 35th and Mermaid.
Listen, this is a podcast.
So,
Carrie Garden.
Carrie
Shout out
Garden.
to 2-3.
Yeah.
Carrie Gardens.
Shout out to Limbs. Yeah.
Send this right down here.
Yeah.
So Carrie Gardens, that's 23rd and Surf.
Listen.
She's
That's
in the
funny.
PJs.
You're stupid.
Well, I was from there. That's when I was step on, and I lived in Coney Island, and I was raised.
Oh,
in
you
Coney-
from Coney Island?
Yeah.
Word.
What do you think I'm not? What do you think I'm just saying it to say it?
Yeah, just for
No, I
context.
was from
So,
Coney Island. No, I'm from. I lived in Coney Island a long time.
we probably went to the same public school.
No, I wasn't there that
Okay,
long.
all right.
You made it seem like
Yeah.
it.
right. You was from Coney Island?
No, I'm definitely a Brooklynite. Like raised everywhere in Brooklyn, Coney Island, Marcy, Bushwick.
He was on the run.
I was on the run. No, wherever the welfare system took me is where I went. Wherever the food stamps took me is where I went. So
Greyloww, you from Brooklyn too?
No. I'm
BX
from
in
no.
go ahead, I'm not gonna guess. Go ahead, we'll let you say it.
I'm from Massachusetts, from Boston. Well, I'm actually from Lawrence, Mass.
Okay.
What?
All right.
You don't even have a Boston accent.
No, thank God.
No.
Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
Boston.
Car.
Yeah, the car.
Where you live in New York? Address.
The
We need your
BX.
address, your social security number.
The VX, throw them up.
Is
It's
that
gonna
just-
be a year like in February. I
Wait,
think.
so you moved from Massachusetts to come here?
Yes.
That's
Well,
dope.
that's
and you
not
let
just-
her move in?
Well, yeah,
That's
that's
dope.
that's a fiance. That's not just like a
Nah, because
girlfriend.
we don't be letting dudes. You
That's
want to live
dope.
Nah, it was
there?
you know what it was, Willie? The mileage in my car. I
That's
told
what it
her
was.
we have two choices. Either I stay or we're gonna have to spend money on the new car.
She's like, she shake her head. Like, nah, that's not how it happened.
Nah.
He was like, babe, I'm gonna fucking live here. I'm not going back and forth.
Right.
No more.
Yes.
You love me or not? You
Right.
love me or not? And she was like, all right, I love you, stay.
Yeah.
And that was it. Happily ever after.
That's that honeymoon romance.
Does that mean it's gonna fade away?
No.
No, they're
It's not.
fiancés.
They fiancés. What the fuck does that mean?
But yeah,
like they
who's the
fiancé.
fiance?
Oh, how does that?
Because he said fiancés. What do you?
We
Well,
are
together,
both.
I don't know.
They
I'm
both.
figuring together they one and fiancés is one. I don't know.
I wear the ring, she
Yeah.
wears the ring.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Got
So
it.
it's different. In the
Alright.
Why?
community.
Because when a man and a woman,
Only
the man doesn't
those
wear
that
it.
wear the
But
ring.
this is why you men are like this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go and cheat. That you go do whatever you want before you guys
Well,
get married.
So what do you call the man then?
I don't know. They be walking around with no finger.
No, he's the fiance. Also.
Oh, but you guys get that title. Put that
You
ring
get the
on.
title.
So
with
what
no
is a
ring.
girl? Fiancée?
Financier.
Fianceur.
Oh, she's the bride to be.
And she's the bride to be.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm so aggressive. Yes.
The medications wearing off. But
Oh.
what I was saying.
Bro, let me explain something to you. I can't get SSI, right? I'm not on no Vicodin. I'm not on nothing. It's just natural crazy, bro.
You're not
Sorry,
nothing.
sorry,
You're
yeah.
somebody, all right? Don't let them tell you different.
My
She's in
IEP expired when I graduated from high
She
school.
gonna hit you.
Right. You tell them sweets?
No,
Yes?
no, I'm not telling him nothing. I'm letting him get hit. He mad close.
Like I don't have envelope. You know, like you see homeless people, right? And they just be chilling. Next thing you know, you assaulted. You know, like
What?
you see homeless people, they be chilling and stuff. And next thing you know, you on the news because you was attacked by a random homeless. Let me tell y'all something real quick.
Go ahead, let's listen to this.
Homeless man was on the train and he was, this is not a bit, I'm just telling you a story.
Go ahead.
I'm just so animated. And he was asking somebody for food, whatever. And the man, he was eating his food. He was fucking his shit up, right? So he was like, nah, man, get out of here. I'm eating. Niggas like, all right. Took the food, snatched the shit, and ran off the train.
That's what you get for eating in front of the homeless dude.
He took the food, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Am I loud?
No.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
I don't know how I got into that, but conversation, but yeah.
Because late nights as a comedian, you spend a lot of late nights on the train.
Train, yeah.
As a comedian, I mean, late nights crying. She probably cried on the way home from Southside.
Because I live in Coney Island.
Right, that's a
and nobody
long-
never want to take me home.
How many shows do you
It be
think
like
you're
that,
doing a
though.
week? Because he say you should be on the mic as much as you can, and I know guys that are up like 5 days out the week and
Shit,
stuff like
7.
Yeah, 2-3 shows a day
fuck?
sometimes.
I have a full-time job. As I'm doing comedy for 8 years, I'm still not. I still play around, like, cause I could be further than where I'm at, you know. But I think because I have my job, I'm comfortable. But if I didn't have the job, I think I would be a little bit more grindier. Is that the word?
Yes.
I don't think that's the word.
It is for the podcast.
We get it though.
I mean, you
Grindier.
get it.
Like going
Grinding.
mad hard, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
But not to be
Dumb
funny
hard.
and nothing like that, but since you live in the PJs, right? The PJs go according to your income. So if
Nah.
you really wanted to grind, you could grind and still pay the rent.
You telling me, you encouraging me, right?
No, I'm not
Yeah.
encouraging
On live
you.
TV,
Yeah.
right?
He's telling you to quit.
Quit my job
What?
and pursue comedy full time.
You want to
Sometimes
follow
you
your
gotta do
dream?
what you gotta
for
do.
$7 a
You
show.
want to listen? That's the only way you're gonna make it.
Sometimes you gotta do
You
what
got
you
you
gotta
gonna
do.
jump and fly, or you gonna jump and die. So if you want to
Wait,
make
what?
it, if you jump, you're gonna fly, right? You're gonna spread your wings. You're gonna fly. You're gonna spread your wings. But if she
Okay.
doesn't spread her wings, she's scared. She has a job. She's being safe. She's
But you
never
know
gonna-
what? You want to know something that the comedians I have came across that are already like there. They have the same similar story. They make it the comedy. They make it into their job where they quit their job and they just make it a full time. Yes, it's tough. Yes, it's hard. And then you, of course, you're so used to the 9 to 5, and you know that. Trust me, I know.
So quit tomorrow?
No,
No, no, no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
telling you to quit. Oh, wow. Sea la madre.
I don't know if this podcast.
She like,
But I'm saying that, Joselito told me that story
Right.
too, you know?
Well, it's like
the
anyway,
puppet,
that's
he
the
told
name
me
of the
that.
game. That's
He
the
was
name of the game.
working and he literally
Mark
quit
Vieira as
and
well.
went.
There's people
Mark
that
Vieira
I know
did
people
it,
that were
like-
firemen. They quit and did
Oh,
comedy
wow.
and now successful. Fireman. Big shout out to Alex Ortiz.
so what
He's
do
a
I go
fireman.
to HR and be like, fuck y'all? See, that's the thing. Am I ready for that? Am
Well,
I
that's
ready?
what it is.
Whenever you're ready.
I thought that. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. At one point, I thought I was ready for that. I lived in Marcy Projects, and this is what I'm telling you because I was there. You know, I was in Marcy Projects. They go according to your rent, right? So I stopped working, collected social unemployment. So now they go according to your income. So unemployment was only paying me like maybe $139 every week. I was paying like $40 rent every
Rent?
month.
Willis,
No bullshit, but I
Willis
went
showing
through
you
it.
how to be a scammer, basically.
But I went. No. She's in the position. She's in the project position to do it.
Where this going? Where this going?
What do you mean? Where it's
Where
going?
this tape going?
Well, it's not going to go to HR. If you that's
We're not sharing the link with your job.
we're not going to listen.
Cool.
No, we'll cut it out if we have to. But I'm
Because
telling
I've
you,
had this conversation with people before. Like, listen, do you want it or not?
that's the name of the game. Sink or swim. That's the name of the game. You want
And
to be
I think
successful
that
with this?
I've been swimming.
But you've been
No, you've been
swimming with a
sinking.
life jacket though.
Yeah.
You've been swimming with a life jacket, meaning that you have a job. So you really haven't been going full throttle with it. You've been safe and having a job and you know what I mean? When you let go of the job, you let go of everything to be everything you want to be in life.
Well, you are so poetic. These things he's
This
saying,
is not
like,
poetic. This is real
the
shit,
best
eh?
is the job. You know what I mean? All these
No, I'm not saying
metaphors.
she's gonna quit tomorrow.
I
She
didn't
gonna
know
call
you
me.
were
Say,
so-
"Will."
I
didn't know you were so
quit.
Can I get $1?
enlightened.
She gonna quit tomorrow and try to blame me. You see, Will?
So you saying that if
What?
I quit my job, that because I live in NYCHA,
right?
that my rent will go down
Absolutely.
and I'll get food stamps.
And you get food stamps. So you can sit home, watch TV all day, write all day, and then go to
and
at
go
nightclubs.
go to nightclubs.
I did it. I'm
and
telling
just
you
do
out of
it.
experience. I did it myself for about a year.
Listen,
No
listen,
bullshit.
right? Not so long ago, I cried to my fiance, like very stressed out because I really, really wanted a job. Like I was already like, I'm not getting booked. I'm not doing nothing. Like,
Right.
and I'm so used to working. And thankfully to her, because she's,
Right.
you know, I don't have a 9 to 5 like that, like where I have to report. You know, I work, but I don't
Report.
have to report to anybody. I do what I gotta do, and then I just I'm focused more on my career now, and it's like I'm getting booked, and things are just happening, and I couldn't see it past that before. But you don't have to quit tomorrow. Just give it a thought.
I was like, shit.
Yeah, you don't have to quit tomorrow.
She was stressed.
Just
I got the
just
light
really
bill, I
think
got-
about it. Just
She was
really
stressed
think
out.
about it.
But at the same time, you have a backbone. You feel me? I don't.
Yeah.
I just had my mother, right?
Yeah.
And she was my backbone, whatever.
Right.
So now her check stopped, right? So I can't. Sorry, Ma.
Good.
Go ahead.
It's
Where
okay.
were you going with that right there? I don't-
Because I could have quit when she was alive. And we could have just lived. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was you when I, earlier
Right.
for this advice?
Right. You mean the one I'm giving you now? The
Yeah,
advice?
yeah.
So it's all Willie's fault?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Right?
Damn, Will.
I'm just telling you.
You got all this information, you're keeping it to yourself.
Listen. The thing is, I played the game, so I'm telling them like use nights to your advantage. If you really want to fly, use it to your advantage.
And then also, like, I just started paying rent. Just learned how to pay rent.
okay,
Because
mom
my
did it.
mom's rent was
Right.
like $200,
Right.
right? So now my shit's like $13.75.
Because according to your incomes, what do you do during the day? That's why it's $13.75. If you quit the job, it'll be $200 like mommy's was. Simple as that. That's the name of the game. That's this night shift. I'll probably get arrested for saying this shit, but it's the
Like I said,
truth.
where this is gonna go?
Yeah.
You
I
know?
didn't even
No, but-
know that.
So you
Well,
get
it's about sink or swim. It's about flying. She has the opportunity to do so. I tried it. I did it. It worked out for a
Right.
little while.
Right.
But then, like Greyloww said, I missed the job. I missed real money in my pocket.
Right.
Yeah, I was struggling. I was working hard. I was getting on stage. I was doing everything I wanted to do. But it wasn't paying. I wasn't satisfied with the money I had in my pocket at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Making
That's the
$200-300.
tough part. That's the
yeah,
tough
the
part, the
$200-300
money.
of doing shows during the week wasn't really cutting it.
You've been in comedy for a while. At what point does it become where you can survive off comedy?
Well, it depends what you're doing. At the time, all right after that, I started working for the Ricky Lake Show. Ricky Lake Show, I was opening up for the Ricky Lake Show. Right?
Lake?
Yeah, Ricky Lake,
That's
that
some
old.
old- yeah,
That's some
yeah.
old shit. That's some old shit. So anyway, so OG shit. I'm in my 40s. Oh, you think I'm that young? Thank you, Cherryann Trinidad. No, so right after that, I started working for Ricky Lake. So I was making nothing to $100 an hour. Right there, simple as that. So
$100 an hour?
$100
you
an
was
hour
working for Ricky Lake in your teens?
in my 20s.
Yeah, but Ricky Lake, that was since 1995.
I'm
Yeah, it was
40.
in
He's 40.
Oh, you 40, bro?
Yeah,
Well, he's on
that's
his
what I said.
40s.
I said I'm in my
40s.
40s. You
Meaning
get it?
like-
So then I went from Ricky Lake to Chris Rock's show. So I started getting gigs that were paying me big money. So now I'm where I'm at. So then once I lost all of that, like it went away because Ricky Lake, got canceled.
Right.
Chris Rock stopped doing his thing. Now I wasn't getting the money that I always worked for because I worked to get to that point. So at that point, I was like, well, it's all over now. Now I go back to a regular job because that's the money I wanted to make. So it's like it fluctuates. I mean, but the good part about it is that you're in a position to play with that. Nights is a position that you could play with that. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you to quit tomorrow, but I'm telling you
But
to figure it out.
when to
Figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. She said, when
Wait
to
till
quit?
Monday.
Not
Wait-
tomorrow, but okay.
Quit on Friday. It's the best day. They fire you on Friday, so quit on Friday. Do you get away with? No. I'm saying do it to your leisure, like where you feel like. Is your act strong enough? Do you think you could do a strong 20 minutes? Because that's a feature comic. When you could do a strong 20
okay.
minutes, you could open up for anybody on the road. Anybody.
You know what holds me back?
What's that?
I look at everything.
You can't. Don't think about it.
Like,
Just
did
go
that
for
bitch
it.
just do that? Like,
Right.
did she just?
What you mean you look at everything like what?
Like in this comedy, it's a dog world. So
You
people-
worry too much.
People are for self. So if you do something,
I actually like being here because I always thought I was the only one that thought like that.
No. You can't worry about what you do as a comic because everybody has something to say, good or bad. Everyone's going to say
I'm
something
not
about
worried about that, but like I know I'm a loyal person, right? So something that somebody do to me,
Right.
I wouldn't do to them.
Right.
It'll hurt me more. You feel what I'm
you.
saying?
Right. Okay.
So I gotta learn to just be cold-hearted. Not cold-hearted, but just ignore it and just
You
keep
have to.
pushing.
This is your own race.
Is
I'm
that
not
like
racing
where
with you
people
all.
like stealing jokes and stuff like that, or
So we got time?
oh, we got memory, I guess.
So I was assaulted at Comedy in Harlem.
Okay.
What's
You didn't
the
have
note?
to say the club, but go ahead.
Sorry.
You
Edit
got
that
assaulted
out.
at the
I was
Comedy Club.
assaulted at okay.
Okay.
And I don't know if it was my fault.
Uh-huh.
It was my fault. So I was recording two comedians going back and forth, right?
Okay.
I thought it was funny. So the girl was like, "Oh, you think it's funny to record whatever? Delete it off your phone, whatever." Right? I'm like, this bitch just pressed me, whatever. But I didn't post it, you know.
Right.
So when somebody got back to another girl and was like, "Yo, I heard such and such made you try to delete the video, whatever." She's like, "Post that video. She ain't gonna do nothing to you, whatever." I was like, "Nah, I don't want no static."
Right.
Right.
So the next day, I go to the club and I see her, and she say hi to me. Did she say hi to me? Nah, she just looked at me. I ain't pay her no mind. So she get on stage. She start talking about me on stage, whatever. And I'm like, okay, is she talking about me?
As part of her set?
Yeah, like, oh, I fuck bitches up. Bitches did. And I'm like, okay, that's different from her norm. So she get on stage and she's like, she steps to me. She's like, "Oh, I see you posted a video." So I stand up because I'm not a fighter. I can't fight. I'm like, "Yo, what's your problem?" Next you know, I was like, "Wait a minute, what happened?" Because you know when you get hit, you get that thing, whatever. So she kept duping me, dupe. Yeah.
What?
And that was the end of it?
No, man.
Wait, so why was it a problem you recording it?
Because she felt she didn't want people to see her in that negative light. And by me posting the video, it showed her real self.
Also, they were going back and forth in the negative.
They was roasting each other. It's funny. We all comedians, we laughing. She seeked that
she
dude
was
out.
taking the L,
Yeah, she lost.
Oh, so she didn't want the L to be out there to the world.
basically.
And it was like pre-COVID. So, like COVID, we got shut down like the next day. But I still had a black eye.
Right.
You know? Cops was like, "Oh, what you want me to do?" Like, arrest her. You know? But what's her name? What's her name? Nigga, I don't know.
What you mean?
But you from the project, you're not supposed to be telling.
Listen, let me
You're supposed to take the L.
explain something to you. My mother lived in the projects,
Oh,
right?
nah,
right.
yeah.
So when she got sick, I moved because I feel like I'm not from the projects.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's just my mother was there, and
Okay.
I gave up my 1-bedroom apartment in the Bronx for $18.75, right?
Right.
The lottery
Apartment, okay.
right, to move back with her, okay?
Okay.
Right, because he's like, "You from the project, right?" I do nothing project-ish. I don't even piss in the elevator.
Never?
No, I don't
What
do
you
that
thought
free
about-
bad shit. I don't do.
Nah.
I don't have baby fathers. Yes, all these stereotypes. I don't have none of that. I don't sell drugs. Well, I do some. I'm sorry. All right,
She confessed in a second right there. He said, "I'll do drugs." I saw some shit. But
everything about the project is true. All the stereotypes, right, Willie? It's true.
absolutely.
It's true.
And Willie lived in all of them.
I lived in all of them.
Like,
A
I
lot
was,
of them.
I
Bushwick,
was looking
Bossy.
at. There's a cat around the way, whatever, right? And this bitch is always pregnant. And it's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, okay. She like, in the nighttime, I always hear like crying, whatever. I'm like, damn, is she arguing? Because it's the things how that's my POV, how I look at stuff. Because sometimes with comedy, I don't know how to turn it off. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm always like that. So then there's days when I don't want to be bothered, and people be like, "What's wrong with you, girl? What's wrong with you?"
So you don't never have to turn it off. Just control it.
Nah. Because it's never just level. It's either up or down.
Gotcha.
So that might be a illness that you claim. Right? Like bipolar, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Did you just press me right now? Or?
Yeah.
Because he's like, "Oh, something wrong with her." Whatever.
So since it's always on and you're having conversation with people, do you say, "Oh, that was kind of funny"? You just
Nah,
constantly
I could
writing
be
stuff
talking,
down.
and they be like, "Use that in your set."
Right.
I'm like, "Wait a minute, what? I'm just having a conversation with you.
You don't even
Use that in your set." Like the other day, not to take away from our time.
No, go ahead.
The
do your
other
thing.
day, my friends like to go out and eat, whatever. I don't like to go out and eat because I don't have money, right? So when we go out to eat
Sounds
and the
familiar.
bill come, they like, "Oh, split the check." I don't have split the bill money, you know?
I have French fry
Right?
money.
Yeah.
And I'm meticulous about what I ordered. So it's like, shit, sorry. You know, why am I sorry? But so I was telling my friend that joke. She's like, "Girl, use that on stage, whatever."
Yeah, you should.
So then when you get on stage and use it the first time, it's like, people like,
Yeah.
they don't get it. But then after a while, you keep practicing the same stuff. It'll work
Well,
out.
that's the name of the game. It don't always work. It doesn't always work
So
at first.
when you try a new joke on stage and it doesn't work, how do you go back to figure out how to make it work?
I forget about it and then come back 3 years later.
3 years later.
I still did.
So you're not writing on a paper like maybe add this word, change this
Nah,
word.
it just randomly
Comes back.
comes back. I was saying like 3 years ago, I was like, I'm jealous of my white friends because they have stuff I never had.
Right.
And that was all I had.
Right.
Then the other day, I was like, damn, my white friends, like all of them have fathers.
Right.
So now that joke came together 3 years later.
Right. The relevance. Right.
Yeah.
I get what she's saying.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then it ties into issues with my mother. So it just all work out like that.
Do you record your sets or no?
Sometimes I do.
Okay.
But then I asked my friends to record my set, and then you hear them in the background. And
Oh my God.
Criticizing you. No.
right, like, okay, what happened? You know, you hear their whole conversation. Didn't you forget you was recording me? And then sometimes I don't want to carry the big ass tripod. So it's just like sometimes I put my phone on the table. It's a mess.
I think
I
you
need
should
to
get a
get it together.
tripod. You
Yeah,
should.
yeah,
You
yeah.
should definitely.
You should definitely
I
quit your
have
job.
a tripod, but it's carrying it that I don't want to carry.
They
it.
come now with a little bag. You
I'm
know, you
making
can put it like
excuses,
this.
sis. I'm making excuses.
Just get the tripod,
Right,
girl.
right. Yeah.
You see, that's why he said the floating part. Now you take that vest off, come with the tripod, start swimming. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've
Do
been
you really
swimming.
want this though, Cherry? Do you really want to do stand-up
It's
comedy?
like it's not me. It's like it's meant to be, because there's times when I be like, oh fuck this shit, I don't want it, and then an opportunity comes and you like, okay, I'm back in the race. You know how many
Yes.
times I was like, I'm done.
Of course, people quit and come back a lot. I've seen a lot throughout the years.
Yes, yes.
My road to the Apollo was 6 years of no, you know, and then when I got the opportunity, shout out to Bob Sumner. We could do that, right?
Yeah.
He's very like, you know, he does comedy gym and
Right.
stuff like that. So he's like, if y'all wanna do the Apollo, you come audition in my room and
Right.
yeah. And I gave it all I had, and I had $60 on me. That was like all I had. My hair wasn't done, nothing, nails, nothing.
No nails.
Right. I was broke, so I had to go all the way to Jersey, like the long far.
Right.
Then I had to take a cab, right? So it was like, again, I said my last 60, and I was just like, and then they would charge you to get in. So I was at that point, I was like, damn, I don't got no money, but it's like, you know, I'm here, let's make it work, and I rocked it.
Nice.
And then he's like, oh, I remember you. What are you one of those girls that got beat up? It's like, bro. But yeah,
No, but you see, when you say you rocked it, what happened was you came with the hunger. The hunger, you was hungry. You was
I
down
looked
and out.
homeless that
You had
day.
nothing left, and you did everything you had to do. This is what I'm saying: sink or swim. You either go for this shit or leave it alone. This is not a game to play with. It's if you really want this. If you're doing it for the money, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Right.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
got to attack this because you love it.
Right.
You love to entertain people. It makes you happy at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to make nothing out of it. What's going to come out of it is the hard work you put into it. So if you let everything else go and just go for it, you'll be as successful as you want to be.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Preach.
So
So-
Amen.
after the Apollo, does that open other doors in the comedy world, you feel?
I feel like now, like when you ask me to do stuff, you said it's not about the money, but talk nice to me.
Right.
You know,
Right.
can you do my show? What's the budget? Like, you know, but sometimes people like, don't worry about that, but I have to. Because,
course.
Like, sometimes I work, but it's just enough to pay the bills.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I got to remind myself, like, don't always be about the money, but still, just put it out there.
No, for sure.
Like, are we getting paid for this? Or was
No, this is definitely free.
You got chicken wings for this one. This is chicken wings.
It's-
If you didn't know
Chicken
that, we'll
fries.
get into this building
So-
then.
Some
The-
Spanish rice and
The
chicken.
Apollo, it's like now it's like a graduation.
Okay.
Because you've been grinding for so long, and then to get to that, and then you see your name on the marquee. It's so that basically said that you're going in the right direction. Regardless if you have those days where you're tired, it's okay to take breaks. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a journey, not a marathon. Did I say that right?
Absolutely.
So
Wow,
yeah.
there's a lot of poetry going on tonight.
Cause I be knowing stuff, and you know sometimes I don't have that, and then I get an attitude sometimes. Sometimes I don't need people to see that bitch, cause then it leaves. They're like, damn, what the they get hurt,
Right. But they remember.
right? They get hurt.
They might be hurt by that bitch, but they remember that
Yeah,
bitch.
so you always want to be nice to everybody. You get what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Even if somebody is like, be nice
In this
because-
game?
Yeah, you have to, because
you'll know who to be nice to.
Nah, you
Yeah.
just be nice because
Stay humble,
comics
you
are
know?
not wrapped too tight. Something's wrong with a lot of y'all, especially you, Willie.
Right.
Cause you be cool, you meet a comic, right? And y'all friends and y'all vibing for that show, and then you hit them up and they like, okay.
Yeah, they don't
They
even
just
respond.
they just wanted you for that moment.
Yeah, it's a business. It's a business.
Oh, so that's another thing. Like as you learn the business and you get hired, because new levels is different devils. I learned that from Sherry Shepherd.
Okay.
So I'm
New
learning.
levels is different devils. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So each
I like that
level
one.
is a different devil.
So
Right.
yeah, the more successful you get, the more you want it, and the more you're gonna go through shit.
Right. And I'll be going through shit. Like there's sometimes that I'm crying and stuff, and it's a mental, because remember I lost my mother, so
Right.
that's not easy because it was always me and her. So I keep myself busy so I don't have to remember what's going on. So,
Right.
you know.
Greyloww, you 3 years in, right? And she's 8 years in.
Yes.
Seeing someone that's further in time in the game, how does that make you feel? Like hearing somebody say like, "Damn, I got to make sure that I keep things in tight and or not go through the same experiences." How does that feel for you listening
It
to that?
feels good, but it gives me a heads up that things are gonna happen. Not just because she went through and she's telling me I can avoid certain things,
Right.
but I can't avoid everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening, paying attention, and now when I face those things, I will know how to move around it. You know what I'm saying? So I love learning from Willie, Joselito, her, like everybody that's higher up, that's been in this game for a very long time, And it's always a learning experience. It's always a learning experience,
So where do you want to go with it? Like,
I want everything. I want it all. I want to be in Netflix. I want to be in HBO. I want to be all the way to the top. So I'm hungry for it. So yeah,
And do you guys feel it's harder for females in the comedy world? Do you got to get the same respect as far as getting stage time?
I feel like the girls are taking over right now. Now, I see a lot of women comedians coming up, a lot of lesbians like me, obviously, coming up now. But before I even got into the game, there was a lot of men. But I feel like the women they're coming up. Everywhere I go to a lot of like shows and stuff like that, there's always women now. Before you wouldn't see them a lot. So now the women are coming up more now.
Who's your favorite?
From the women, I like Gina.
Leon?
Yes.
Gina Leon, okay.
Yes, and she's very humble. I just had a conversation with her the other day. And I like the fact that she replies. She talks to you like a regular person, very humble. But I really like her. She's from the Bronx. She has that Bronx hood. It reminds me of my girl. So.
And does your fiance get jealous now? You DMing another comedian? You know what I mean?
She's not. She's not a
she's
jealous.
from the
Let me tell
Bronx
you
and-
something. I gotta be careful with her. She be bringing the girls to me in the shows. You know
test.
what I'm saying? She like, oh, you like Greyloww? Come here. But it's always not the pretty girls.
She's not gonna set you up with the
She
pretty
ain't
ones.
gonna set me up. I'm like, yo, for real? And then you see me like this dancing. I'm like, the girl,
No,
you
but she
really did
understands
this?
that those are fans. She
Yes,
understands
no,
those are
she's-
fans.
yes.
Fat, skinny, taller thing. Those are fans. They love you. They come to see you, and you do have your own fan base because we've done shows, and I was like, oh, they're here to see Greyloww. You know what I mean?
Are you her manager?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
No,
Might as
but
well
let me tell you. No. Look,
Not yet.
give me a second. No. The other day we were in this event and she ended up taking the mic and asking a question for me because I have a contract, okay? So when they book me, I have a contract. And a lot of people, like older promoters, they'll be like, oh, I don't do contracts. It's been years that I don't do contracts. So I wouldn't know how to take it. So she did we were around some people. She asked the question. They gave us the advice. And everybody was like, oh, that's your lawyer. But I would love for her to manage me because
Told you, not yet.
her knowledge
Let's go.
and the way she speaks is very professional. Way more professional than me, let me tell you something. So it's like I sometimes sit there, even the way she writes.
You're hired.
Yeah. So if I was to I'm independent.
Yeah.
So the more I level up, I have a great team.
Right.
She's
Yeah.
She's right on. She ain't gonna lie. She ain't gonna do me dirty. She ain't gonna do none of that. So, yeah, I will make her my manager. Yeah, you want to talk to my manager? She's from the Bronx.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Do it now before you get
Who?
bigger. Because it's going to happen.
Oh,
you got to
I think I
manifest
know.
it. You
Yeah.
manifest it. So you're going to get bigger, and then people are going to see it, and they're going to want you.
Exactly. Yes, I know.
So you got to be like,
I mean, it's happening right now.
Right.
You know,
So-
and that's why she comes to all my shows,
Yeah.
and she reads the room very well. I didn't even know what the fuck was reading the book. She goes, "You need to read the room," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"There's nothing to read here."
There's only pictures. There's only mad
I'm like,
pictures.
what is she talking
No, but
about?
you know what's ironic? She says that read the room, and as a comic, that's
Yeah,
the
you have
first thing.
I
You
learned
have
to
to
read the
do.
room because of her. Mind you, she's not a comedian, but I don't know if she be on Google because
Right,
that's
right.
what she does all day. But
She knows
I don't
her
know if she
stuff.
went in there, trained her mind, and then came to me and like, you need to learn how to read the room. But she reads the room really good. So people, managers will come to her. I'll be like, I want to manage Greyloww, this, and that. And she don't make a decision for me. But she reads them enough to when we go home,
Yeah.
she tells me like, I don't think that's the right person for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like this and that. But at the end of the day, she leaves it to me. She'll be like, you decide what you want to do.
Right,
you know?
right.
But this and that. So
That's
she ain't
good.
gonna put me through the
ringer. No, she's gonna tell you the
Yes.
truth.
So I gotta take it or if I get on the horse, she's gonna be like, I told you so. I don't wanna hear that.
No, she's gonna always tell you the truth. Go brush your teeth and you suck tonight. She's always gonna tell you that.
And that's a blessing to
You know what I'm
have.
saying? Yeah,
That's
that's
a blessing,
beautiful. Yeah,
right?
no, that's a
Because
beautiful
people
thing.
be like, "Oh my God, you did great," and you did trash,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
so she's like that. She'll tell
Yeah.
me. She's like
no,
that. She'll be like, you
that's
did
beautiful.
good, but you need to
Are you
stop
guys
doing
looking for a
this.
third
Right.
person?
You need
That's
to
a
stop doing
blessing.
that. Hey.
This episode just went live.
Y'all want a little chocolate between y'all? No. I live in the
Wow.
So you know what?
So how many followers you up to now? You about 39,000?
On Instagram,
Yeah.
38.8, almost
Okay.
30, almost.
38 point. How about TikTok? TikTok's
TikTok, I have 147.7 thousand.
Okay. On TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, TikTok's a
You're a celebrity
different.
then.
The TikTok's a whole different game, though. I've learned that's where you became popular then.
No, actually, I'm Facebook.
On Facebook.
Facebook, I
Wow.
hit, I went viral on Facebook, and I didn't think about Instagram. So, my friends from where I'm from were like, you should go into Instagram because Instagram's where it's at. So I ended up, promoting my stuff to Instagram, and then going up, I got to 7,000 followers, and then 50 Cent posted one of my videos, and literally, I went to sleep. I woke up the next day with my phone
Blowing up.
18,000. Like, I was like, wait, where these numbers? I thought I got hacked. I must have got hacked. This and
Somebody
that. So
bought me
I'm like-
numbers.
So everybody's like, yo, 50 Cent just posted you. 50 Cent just posted. I couldn't believe it. I went on his page. I'm like, is this real? Like, you know what I'm saying?
dope.
And then from there on, I mean, I had a lot of ups and downs.
Right, of course.
I stopped for a while. And I wouldn't believe in myself. So I will stop.
Right.
I will go MIA for like 3 months, 4 months. But my real fans, they stood. So I could go 3 weeks. I went like 3 months without posting videos. With the moment I posted, they were waiting, Now I don't want to stop. I want to just go because if I keep stopping, I'm just...
Well, now you got your motivation and someone waking up in the morning like, yo, we got to get to the
Do
bag.
it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I always feel
Hurry
like
up.
this journey is very lonely.
Of course. Absolute lonely. When
Right.
you hit the road is when it's the loneliest. When you're in Wichita, Kansas in a hotel room and
Yeah.
don't know where the fuck you at,
Right.
that's lonely.
So it's good that you have that support system.
She comes with me everywhere.
That's
I love
beautiful.
it,
It's gonna be hard when she can't. So
Yeah.
because it happens. At the first, y'all good together.
Yeah.
But when they Greyloww, we need you to come to Florida, and she got to go to work tomorrow,
Right.
and you're in
Yeah.
Florida, so you gotta.
And somebody got to watch the kids.
Right,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
So
Yeah. Thank God for FaceTime. Because she
No,
could
no,
be
no.
like, hey, baby, FaceTime me. FaceTime me to sleep. FaceTime me. You're here.
That's a little much.
they-
I got to relax.
They in love. So let me tell you about me.
that.
My boyfriend, rest in peace.
Okay. Okay. Didn't mean to
I
laugh.
don't know.
It was
Should
just-
we not laugh? Because I don't know if you being
No, I
for
didn't mean
real.
it like that because you just like bringing somebody up and then they
Because y'all
died.
talk
and
about love. I want to talk about love too.
Go ahead.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Let's hear your love.
He was nice.
It's fucked
And
up.
then
Rest in
like
peace.
he was a cokehead, right? But I liked him because he was honest about it.
Okay.
You ever somebody just sit and be like, listen, I do coke, baby, right? You be like, all right, I could dig coke, whatever. But I didn't really know how serious coke
Right.
was.
Oh yeah.
Until like my furniture was missing and shit.
Yo, tell me you use this in
That
your
was a bit.
set.
No,
That was a
no,
bit.
I
That's a
keep
bit.
telling you, I know. It's
That's
just,
a bit
Let's
right
go.
there.
Yo,
I didn't know
for
how
real,
serious
you have
coke
so
was, so my
much
couch was
material.
gone.
I'll
That's a
die
funny
laughing.
fucking bit.
nah, because it still hurt. His death really.
Well, that's
affected
who
me.
makes the best comedy.
Yeah, so you've seen Kevin Hart's new set that he just did? No, his father just
I don't
passed
got
away.
cable.
And he
She don't got cable.
She don't got kids.
I can't wear.
Part of the finances.
I'm barely
Kevin Hart
making
just,
it.
his father just passed away. And he just
Talk about it.
listen, that joke that he talked about, amazing. Mark Vieira just lost his son a year ago, and he talks about it at his stage. Like he
haven't heard
talks
that
about
one.
his son in his stage, and it's just like that's what makes us. That's what makes us. We can be. Not that we cannot be sad. Be sad
Right,
all you
right.
want. You know what I'm saying? But use it into comedy. You see how you're using it right here? And you just laughed. Like, we just laughed about it. I think you should use that as a material. That's funny.
But she wants love, Greyloww. She's talking about love right now, right? Cherryann Trinidad with love. Look how she smiles. That's the evilest smile I've ever heard.
Because like my boy, I had another boyfriend, right? I go through a lot, and he was
You go through a lot of boyfriends or through a lot of
Shit.
a lot of men.
Hey.
Because like he has special needs, right? Like kind of like you, right? And then nothing wrong with you, right? You just short. Okay. We met in a resource room, in undergrad.
Got you.
So because we have special needs, we got to be in a room together, like computer room.
Right.
So we met like that, and he
Okay.
was blind.
Oh, he was blind.
Yeah, with the dog and shit and a stick.
he approached you first, or
He went like this looking for something, and I was, hey, that's my shit, whatever. And
and he's like, I like you. So aggressive. I like you.
That bitch is mad sexy, son.
Yeah.
She's mad sexy. She's sexy with it. Let me touch your face. Let me touch your face.
So then what? So you guys met, and then
And then like I'm telling you, like a handicap person, like that's the best kind of love making, because it's like
we just fast forward. You just went from the computer room to the sex room.
That's what she's saying. He got the fuck.
and I was crying and shit. It was really. She's like, "What's that
What?
wet shit?" I'm like, "Nigga, that's
Okay.
good."
Why are you crying? Wait, what?
Because if he hit my soul, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He didn't have to see that shit. Sorry.
Right.
This is real serious right now.
Why you broke up with
All
him?
right, it was over the summer.
Okay, so it's a fling.
Okay, all right.
Wait,
But-
so when did the other guy
okay.
die? You go too fast. I'm trying to keep up.
She fucking cokehead, blind dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She wildin'.
His mother didn't like me because I was black.
Okay.
No?
Which one?
The blind.
Yeah, because he's from
Did
Colombia.
he know?
She had to tell him.
Because
Mom, she had to tell him, like, hey, by the way, I'm black.
people have different kind of like nipple
Nipples?
than Spanish people. Yeah.
Like nipple,
Yeah.
titty nipples?
Yeah. So you can
Okay.
tell the race.
Oh,
He
he's
told
like
you this?
Braille.
Did he say, wait. Did this
Spanish
blind?
people have different nipples from like black people.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that. I mean,
And white people, you watch the porns and stuff.
the areolas. That's
Yeah,
different. Okay.
right.
Okay.
Like on a black person, the areolas are rough because we've been through a lot, you know?
Right. So she making up shit.
I'm not.
Nah, you making up shit. We rough. We've been tough. So you say the Puerto Rican girls don't have rough titties? They've been through some shit too.
All right, because my nipples have like, they bumpy, so is they use that Braille stuff.
Right. So he read your titties. He said Braille.
Yo,
So he read
I
he read your
can't.
titties. Because that's what you say. He read my titties like, oh shit, she black. That's impossible. Nah.
So you met the cokehead after that? And then where did you meet him?
I used to work for ACS, and he was a caretaker, and I liked him.
Okay. What was his nationality?
Ecuadorian. I like Spanish guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fat Spanish guys.
Fat Spanish
Oh,
guys.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just something about.
Right. Okay.
I don't know why I did that.
If you're not subscribed already, press that red button. It'll cost you no money. You ain't even got to give me no weed. This is the Brooklyn Basement Podcast where we talk real shit. And when you press subscribe, It helps us in the YouTube algorithm so you can see us more often. So press that red button because we need you to do that shit. Like right now. Please.
Thank you, ladies, for coming on today. We appreciate y'all.
Okay, thank you
You
guys.
know what I mean? We have fun.
And before we wrap, we always ask the guests to look into the camera and tell them how this is the best podcast you've been on. This is the greatest experience you ever had. You know what I mean? And
So you're
throw
gonna
some
go
tears in it and excitement, and you know what I mean? And just
think about the blind guy,
think about the blind guy,
shout it out,
the dead guy. You know what I mean? And you know,
and say,
Yeah. So before I came here today, I was sad and stuff. And then I came here and they fed me and stuff. It meant a lot because I was hungry, right? So this is the best damn podcast. What's the name of the podcast?
Brooklyn Basement Podcast.
Brooklyn Basement Podcast.
that's classic.
Thank you for having me. Cherryann Trinidad.
We'll have you again.
Thank you.
You ready, Greyloww?
Yeah, I'm ready.
To the camera and say, here we go. She's crying.
I got lost before coming over here. Okay? Yo estaba en otra dirección. I was in a different location. But thanks to the GPS, Waze. You guys like Waze?
Waze is
Yeah,
fun,
it tells us where the cops are and everything. It relocated me here to this amazing podcast with these amazing people. They bought me lo mein. I don't even eat that. But I like the chicken wings that come with it. Okay? The vegetables, my girl will eat the rest. Willie tried to touch me under the table,
Yeah.
but he remembered that que yo era pata. So mira, thank you for having me. This is actually the best podcast that I have ever been in. What is it called again? Brooklyn Basement. Is it house? Basement?
Podcast.
Basement Podcast.
Yeah.
Vengan pa acá todo el mundo.
Thank you, ladies, for
Appreciate
being
you.
here today. I wish you luck in your future, and that's a wrap.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
All
me.
right. Peace.